was thinking about this little light. Looks so good, doesn't it? We're missing that on the other side, so let's install. We're at about 13 3/8 on center. I'll put that mark on there and then liberate that thing from the other fender. You can see it gets real technical. Measure 13 3/8. Wow, look at that. Puts it quite close to that light. I might end up dropping that other one. We do the modification. I'm going to set that light right here and then adjust the other side to match.
But you know, that's one thing that I'm really enjoying about watching this process is that, you know, we did that with the Nash fender and it didn't really jive. So now this looks way better. And how you said with that, and you can just take your time and figure it out what looks best, you know?
Figure it out. What looks best.
What looks best, exactly.
I'm going to cut this thing off of the fender here, set her in place. The next episode, whew, you don't want to miss that. That's when we get back into this side and make it all count.
I'm excited.
We're almost set on this fender modification, but on the other side, it's going to be a whole recovery and installation effort. Let me keep this real tight to the bezel. If that material starts hopping on you like that, brace it. Don't just freehand cut. This disc will twist. It's going to be a mess. Alright, just cleaned a little crud off. Now I'm going to transfer this to the other fender. Yeah, I think that'll be just fine, right about there. Just going to cut a quick hole in this and figure out how it all comes together. Make a quick reference of how wide this is. Got to cut from the back because the flange is pretty deep. Might even have a clamp on there. Nope. Cool. Let's look at this. This showed this little, see, it's kind of a really, really textured shape when you look at it. It's got a little bulbous shape, and so it goes on like that. So that would mean it goes on like that over here. Oh, look at that. I like it. It's not that complicated at all. We'll weld it and we'll just tap that down. Clean up some paint. Let's carry on. Ready for weld?
Ready for welding. Thank you. Let me put on my gloves.
So that fit pretty darn good, I must say. I'm gonna hit this top first. Grab those other welds. I'm gonna stick the grinding disc in there. Get this to set just right. See, these batteries last pretty darn long. The whole thing was done on one charge. That's a pretty good amount of force on a tool. I run a bigger disc than 4.5, so yeah, more amperage, etc. But I'm real impressed. Got that metal out of the way. Just push that in. Come on, Rusty. There it goes. Sweet. These two corners. Got a good grab on that. All right, let that heat settle down for a bit. I'm gonna hop right back over to this big hole in the side, like yours truly. Do a little action with the hammer from inside. Again, I got one good spread of steel across there. Stick that corner of this block right in the hole and blob it again. Twist that block, and then boom, I'm out of there. Hit it a little bit. The surface to come out. There it is. There. Put the block in on the bottom side. Stick that corner right through there. Can you see that? See, the corner's out, so right behind. That's a good support for the steel. And come right across with it. Twist that block, yank it up. See that? Pretty much the rest of this is going to be just spot welding everything. Not a lot of glory in that. I invite you all to come back next time. We get into the other headlight. This is real simple. Just take your time, spot weld. The information at this point is redundant. I just blew a hole in it because it's very thin there. So I'm going to turn the heat down on the welder, way down. That's where the collision damage was. So I'm sure it's been ground. The metal's very thin. I turn the heat way down. Now I'm just going to tap at it. Just one little tick. Little ball on the end of the weld. Little ball on the end of the weld wire. Set it, see? Recover from the hole that I put in there. Send some reinforcement right over the top. Heat it and it'll sink in. That was a pretty big damaged area. You can see it's right in the major dent. So a big heat affected zone is what it's called. See the rainbow around there? That different color? It's called the heat affected zone. So you have a very rigid weld through there. But the rest of it is, there's stress in it, but you could work that with a hammer. So I'm not going to touch that for now. Moving along. I'm going to just start grabbing the places that match, and that's the whole story.
Sweet. Oh yeah, that didn't take you very long to get that in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not much.